Okay. And we're gonna start seated. So find a comfortable position to be seated, and maybe cross your legs if you like. And we're just gonna start inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. So you can place the hands on your side or your knees. Lift your shoulders with your inhale. Exhale, roll it back and down. Do a couple more. And on your next inhale, bring your hands up. And exhale, lower down to the ground. And come up with your hands up. Inhale. Exhale down. Do a few more. Follow your breath. And on your last one, keep your arms lifted. Open your chest with your cactus arm. Open your chest as far as you can. Exhale, round your back. Bring your elbows together. Inhale, open up. Exhale, forward. Follow with your breath. Two more. And last one. Release your right arm to your side. Bring the left arm overhead, side stretch. Take a couple of breaths. And windmill the arms. Place the other one on the floor. Inhale. Look up. And lower the hand. Just keep the left hand down and pull your neck slightly to the side. And maybe make a fist with your hand if that feels good. Or maybe just massage your neck if that feels good too. And hold here and just bring your chin to the shoulder on the other side. Look up, inhale, exhale, lower down. Do a couple more. And come to center now. Release the other arm to your side. Pull the neck slightly. And whenever you're ready, you can start opening, closing your hand. And maybe giving a little massage or just stay there pulling your neck. And let's start adding the neck. So your chin to your shoulder. Inhale up. Good. And come to center now. Interlace your hands. Flip your palms up. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it forward, round your back. Inhale up. Follow with your breath. Do a few more. Take your time. And release your hands. Meet me on tabletop, so your knees and hands. And we're gonna start adding circles with your spine. So you're just gonna go around, coming forward, passing your wrist, and going back towards your heels, one direction first. Starting warming up the wrist. Try to exaggerate as much as possible. You can add movement with your neck. And take it to the other direction. Go around the other way. And pausing in center. Now bring your fingertips to the side of the mat Let's keep warming up the wrist. So just go side to side. If you like, you can pause on one side and then take it to the other one with 2 breaths. Or just keep rocking side to side. If possible, you can start turning your hands towards the back, so pointing at your knees and then press back, just pulling the front part of your arm or your forearm. Or you can just stay rocking side to side. And come to center and flip your palms facing you, go side to side. Good, and come back to center. Now deepen your belly, arch in your back, look up with an inhale. With your exhale, push the floor away, round your spine. And inhale, looking up, drop your belly, drop your shoulders, pushing the floor away with your exhale. Follow with your breath. And we're gonna add on a little bit. So curling the back toes, or curling your toes. You're gonna push back into your heels, come around, rounding your spine, and come down almost like in a cobra position, pressing back into your heels. Round your spine and come down into up dog or cobra. Push back your hips and around, almost like a snake movement, like the waves also. Couple more. And pausing in center. Stand your right knee to the side. And we're gonna add circles with the knees. So go around one direction and going forward. And then take it back, so around and back. Keep the knee to the outside. And the foot, you can heel tilt the foot to the front, so in the center of the mat. Until you get there, bringing your hands up into your low lunge. Bring your hips as far as you can, so your knees almost passing your ankle. Take a few breaths. Last breath, and then bringing your hands down, framing the front foot, lift the toes facing you, pushing your hips back, and come up, bringing the hips forward. Exhale down. Take your time. You can go 2 breaths if you prefer. Just go forward and back. Last one. Lower your hands down. Keep your feet pointing at you. You can release the shin to chest or the forehead to your shin. Take a few breaths. Come back up slowly, bringing that foot back into your tabletop. Now we're bringing the left knee to the outside. Round that knee, making circles with the knee. And then to the other direction, go around. And whenever you're ready, bring that foot to the front of the mat. You can heel toe the foot forward, bringing your hands up into your low lunge. Bring your hips forward as far as possible. Knees passing your ankle. One more breath. And bringing those hands Back down, framing that front foot, lift the toes, toes you, hips go back. Come forward with an inhale, lift the hands, bring hips forward, exhale down. You can take 2 breaths if you prefer, or just go with your breath. One last one. Inhale with your exhale, stay down with your head pointing at your chin. Good. And come back to center. Just bring that foot back down. And we curl the toes. Lift the knees off the ground and hover here. Take a few breaths, maybe like 3 breaths. And then we're gonna open the knee, the top knee to the side. You can lower the bottom knee if you prefer. You just go side to side and then center. Inhale, twist to the side. If you like to add on, you can bring the arm on that side open to the ceiling. But remember, you can tap that knee at any moment. If it's a little much, as right now. Couple more. And last one for me. Keeping the hands down on the floor. Start walking your feet so your heels are almost touching the mat. And sway your hips side to side. Relax your shoulders. Eventually you come into your downward dog. And start walking to the top of the mat so your feet are coming forward. Walk baby steps all the way to the top. Halfway inhale. Exhale down and bring your hands all the way to the top with your inhale. Hands to heart. Good. Take a big inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale halfway. Exhale down. Bring the right foot back into your half lunge. And then bring your left foot back. Hold it for a breath. Lower all the way down to your belly with control. Good. Bring your fingertips to the front of the mat, so right on the top. Lift your chest off the ground. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Do a couple more. And down. One more. And down. On your next inhale, try to turn to your right. So looking over your right shoulder and back. Inhale, look to the left and back. And this time, if you like, you can add your leg towards the back when you lift up. So you go a little slower this time. And maybe add the arm at the same time too to progress. Or just stay just twisting side to side. A couple more. And stay down on this one. So curl the toes, push yourself into your plank and back into your downward dog. Now we'll bring in that right foot, the step back, steps forward. Bring your left next to it. Halfway inhale, exhale down, inhale all the way to the top. That's the part. One more. Inhale up, gaze up, exhale, dive down. Inhale halfway, exhale down, bring your left foot back this time. Hold it. And then your right foot back. Hold it for a breath. Lower down to your belly. This time we're gonna be in baby cobra, so your hands right next to your chest. Exhale down And push yourself back into downward dog. Take 2 breaths. Maybe you need to add a little more movement with your legs, dropping one heel at a time. And let's bring your left foot up, step forward. Bring your right foot next to it, halfway inhale. Exhale down, bring it all the way to the top. Hands to heart. Bring your hands up. Keep the knees bent, sink down into your chair. So keep your tailbone in. And your hands can be in a prayer if you prefer. Otherwise, keep your hands right by your ears. Take a few more breaths. And keep the weight into your left foot. But bring the right foot up and then place it back into your high lunge. Try to arch your lower back, looking up to challenge your balance. Try to keep the gaze up. If you like, you can interlace your fingers, put your hands together to balance your challenge a little more. But if it's too much, you can lower the back knee down or maybe sink into your warrior one if it's better. Good. Now turn to your left and open your hands into a T shape. Very good. And your left arm is gonna bend behind your back, flipping your front palm open, reverse, or bringing that right hand up. It's very challenging. You can lower that back knee down or sink the foot down. Good, and come back to center. Bringing the right hand down right next to your left foot. One more breath. And look down, bringing that hand down. Push the foot back into your plank. Lower down chaturanga, and this time you can be in a big cobra, pushing your body, your chest up. Exhale, push back into your downward dog. If you need to walk it up a little more, go ahead and do some movement or just stay on stillness. Bringing your chest closer to your thigh. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Take a couple of breaths. And pick up your heels, bend the knees. You can hop or step to the front of the mat. Halfway inhale. Exhale down. Keep your knees bent and come up into your chair. Nice. Try to keep your tailbone in, so not arching the spine. And this time, keep the weight into your right foot. Bring the left foot up and place it back into your high lunge. Arms stay up. For a little more challenge, interlace your fingers and look up a little more, opening your chest to the top. But remember, you can lower the back knee down at any moment. One more breath and come back to center. Turn into the right. Open your hands into a T shape. And lowering that left hand down next to your foot. Keep the right hand up. 2 breaths. Good. Lower your right hand down. Bringing that foot back into your plank. Hold it 2 breaths. Whenever you're ready, lower down chaturanga. And choose your back bend of choice. You can come up and top of your at the top of the foot and back into your downward dog. And let's bring the right foot up. Place it on the outside of your hand, of your left hand, right hand. And here we're just gonna add a little movement. So maybe pushing the knee to the side, or maybe you wanna rock forward and back. Just anything that helps to open up the hips a little more. So for me, it's like pushing the knee a little more. Good. And come back to center if you were rocking or anything like that. And we're gonna bring the right hand up. So this is a twist lizard. Good, and bring that right hand back down. Now this time your toes is gonna point to the outside of the corner, of the other corner, bringing the foot, the back foot open to the side. And you can be on on your high lunge here, or lower down into your skandasana. So flipping the foot up, go as slow as you can. And the hands can be either for support down, prayer, or make it a little bit more difficult and point it up to the ceiling. Two more breaths. Bring those hands down to the floor and just walk your body to the other side. So you're just pointing the foot to the outside of the mat, the back foot face forward, and just sinking into your lizard on the other side. And do whatever you like, either rocking forward and back, or just pushing the knee to the outside. Open up your hips a little more. Good, and just come back to center onto your regular lizard. Oh, keep the right hand down and lift your left hand up to the ceiling. Good, bring that hand back down. And now your back foot opens to the side. Point the foot to the corner of the mat. You can be on your high side lunge, or lower all the way down into your skandasana. Place your hands anywhere you like. Good. Bring your hands down and face the front of your mat. Pushing that foot back into your plank. Hold it for a breath. Lower down chaturanga whenever you're ready to either cobra or up dog. And back into your downward dog. And whenever you feel like you can take child's pose at any time. One more breath. And we're going to shift your body forward into your high plank. But leaving the left hand down, turn your body to the side into your side plank. Remember the bottom knee can be touching the ground if you prefer, and lift the top knee to make it a little bit more challenging. If you are in full side plank, also keep the knee lifted. Two more breaths, keep your hips elevated. Look down for balance, and that top foot, you can heel toe the foot or just place it all the way to the front. So right next to your hand. Yeah? Then turn the back foot open, windmill the arms, come up in your warrior two. Just adjust your stand. It can be a little bit too wide. So try to find, yes, a sweet spot. Two breaths. And bring your left hand behind your back. Flip your palm and reverse your warrior. But you can also place that hand on your thigh if you prefer to do that instead. Come back to center, bringing that forearm to your thigh. Good. Back to center. Shift your way into the back leg, and once more sink down, and you can stay on the high lunge, on your side lunge, or just sink your hips down. Once more, we need a lot of hip openings. One more breath, and then shift your way forward once more, but keeping your foot forward. Leave the left hand down, and for your twist lunge. Whenever you're ready, turn into the back of the foot or the side of the foot and bring that right leg to the side into your side lunge. Remember, the bottom leg can be touching the ground if you like, but keep your hips lifted. One more breath and bring that right hand down to the floor. Keep the leg lifted into your one-legged plank. Lower down chaturanga. Choose your back bend of choice. And back to downward dog. Two more breaths. And your last inhale, shift your way forward into your plank. And position your right hand in center. Turn the foot to the side, bringing that left hand up to your side plank. On the other side. And try to mirror the side the same way you did on the other side. If you modifying, lowering that knee down, keep that leg lifted, or into your full side plank. Two more breaths. Keep your hips lifted. Awesome. And look down for balance. Bringing that foot, right foot forward. Just heel toe the foot until you get there. Opening the leg on the back. Windmill your arms to warrior two. And adjust your stand. Gaze forward through your middle finger. Two more breaths. Next, inhale, bend the right hand behind you. Left hand comes up and over. Last breath, come back to center. Place that forearm into your leg. Other arm will stay up. And back to center. Now shift your way into the back leg. Lifting the toes, lower down to your skandasana on the other side. One more breath, and we're gonna start walking your hands into the top of the mat, turning the foot forward. Leave your right hand down, bring your left hand up. And keeping your left hand up. Look back, look down for balance, and just heel toe the foot until you make it onto your side plank. So opening the back leg to the side. Right, left leg lifted. Couple more breaths, hold it. Awesome. And then bring your left hand down, keep the knee lifted. Take a breath, lowering down slowly to your chaturanga. And choosing your back bend and shoulders back into your downward dog. One more breath. And lift the heels, bend the knees, hop or step to the front of the mat. Halfway inhale, exhale down and come up all the way to the top. Hands to prayer. Good. Now grounding the left foot on the ground, on your mat. Try to grab a hole into your ankle or the foot. And you can keep the left hand up or facing forward. So you're gonna bring that chest forward, lifting the leg, pushing it into your hand. The left hand can be up, or you can try to use it for balance if you have a block. Just try to push the foot into your hand for your dancer pose. Great balance. One more breath. And then start bringing that left hand up with your chest. Elevated, keeping that leg. Just place the ankle on top of the knee and sink down into your standing pigeon. Don't lower that foot and just come up slowly, bringing that leg either to the bottom leg or place it on top, pushing on your thigh into your tree pose. Those hands can be anywhere, either up or into your prayer. A lot on one leg, huh? And lower down and give it a little shake if that feels better for your foot. Good. Grounding the right foot now. Oh my God. Grab the foot into your left hand and start bringing your right hand up, bringing your torso forward. Push the foot into your hand to help you with the balance. Just lift as high as possible. And come up slowly. Don't drop that leg and just place the ankle on top of your knees, sinking down into your chair, standing pigeon. One more breath and start coming up slowly, bringing that foot either into your calf or inside your thigh. Place those hands anywhere you like for your tree pose. Nice. And release that foot down and give it a little shake. So now turn to the side of your mat. Bring your foot to the side. So pointing to the side. Bring your hands into your waist and pop off your chest with your inhale. With your exhale, try to hinge forward with your hips. Lower all the way down or as far as you can. You can bring your hands to the floor or just keep it on your thigh. Just take a few breaths here. You can add movement if that feels nice. Maybe you want to open your foot a little wider so your head can come, or the crown of the head can come lower to the mat. And if headstand or tripod or supporter headstand is on your practice today, go ahead and do so. Anybody wants to practice? No? Okay, well, I can give you a little pointer. So I like to do bringing the crown of my head into a cradle with my forearms, and then just start. As wide as possible. I got a ponytail today, so just start lifting the heels off the ground, and then just try to balance so your upper body is balancing in your forearms, so keeping the forearms wide open, and eventually you just lift up slowly and Yeah, it just takes a lot of practice, but maybe lifting one leg at a time. You can do so, and then just do a few different uh, poses, whatever you can. Up, good, and then slowly just bring your foot down. And anybody try? I couldn't see you. Okay. Now leave your left hand down on the ground, bringing your right hand up. Maybe walk it to the outside a little bit more towards your right foot. And lower that right hand down. Place it a little bit more to the left on that right hand side. And back down. Now come up slowly with your head leading with your chest. Bring your feet a little bit, not as wide. So sinking down, bringing your hips down into your goddess. And your hands can be either here or lifted or maybe on the ground if you need support, or your thigh. So choose whichever is best for you. Try to keep your knees open to the side. That's great. And bring the hands down, lift your hips, turn to the side of the mat, push back into your plank. Hold it for a couple of breaths. And we're gonna lower into your forearm planks. So we gotta work into the core. Take a few breaths here. Try not to collapse down too much or not to be too high up. You loosen form, lower your knees, collect yourself, and then come back up. Take a few breaths. And now you can bring your hips up and start walking your feet towards the front of your mat. So you just do a few steps, maybe 4 or 6, and then walk it back down into your plank, lower plank. And follow with your breath if you like, with an inhale, exhale down. Just 2 more. Good, and release your knees to the ground. Extend your arms to the front, bringing your chest down to the mat. Just keep your hips right above your knees. Sink down into your puppy pose. You can make a pillow with your hands if you like. If you don't want to extend your arms, just try to bring your chest as low as possible. Good, and come back into your tabletop. Um, so here, we're gonna lift into like just crushing up your knees. And then we're gonna bring that right hand up and back. If you like, you can keep the lower knee down and then bring it down and flip your arms up. Try to open your chest as much as possible to the top of the ceiling. Do a couple more, and then we're gonna add on a little progression. And on your next one, let's see if you're facing me. We are going to lift the hand, bringing that top foot back so your hips stay lifted. You can come back and do the same. Maybe just do the leg this time if you can go all the way. Or maybe pausing on your wild thing for one more. And now we're gonna pause on one side. So my left hand is down, my right hand is up. And bring the right hand down, left foot back. Bring your your left hand up and the left foot stays behind. Wild thing on the other side. Good, and come back to center. Come back into your knees. Swing your knees around to the front. Okay, and lay back in your mat. We got just very short time. I realize it. Okay, and bring your heels closer as possible to your thigh. So you kind of like brushing with your fingertips. That's the close that you want to be, or the space in between. And start lifting the hips off the ground. So keep your knees parallel so they're not open too much to the side. Pushing into your shoulder blades. Lift your hips as much as possible. If you like, you can interlace your fingers underneath with your hands. And to add a little more challenge, then you can stand the right foot up for maybe 4 breaths. And whenever you're done, lower down and then switch to the other leg. Keep your your hips lifted. Good. And lower down. And start lowering down from the top all the way down into your hips. Bringing your knees or your foot up. Bring your fingertips to your temple and stand one leg to the front and crunch with the other knee. So elbow to knee. Do a few more. You can go faster if you like. Just keep that one leg extended and really activate your core. Concentrate on that core. Just a couple more. So 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Maybe give it a rock side to side. And you are going to come up a little bit higher with your chest, keeping your legs extended so you are on your low boat here. And whenever you're ready, push yourself into your high boat. Yeah. 2 breaths and then lower down. Keep the head lifted. Come up in your high boat. And do a few more. Take your time. You can go slower if you like or faster. And I'm doing 2 more. Oh, and one last one is the worst. Good. Now lift your foot up for the This is modifying headstand or shoulder stand. You can stay here or start rocking your hips until you lift your hips and stay on your shoulders, so your shoulder stand. But if you prefer the more restorative, just keep your legs lifted and recline. Maybe bringing your feet into your head, so for your plow, so you just bring your foot all the way to the top or the back of the mat, interlacing your hands if you're in plow. And come back slowly how you can. Leg lifted, lower all the way down. I'm confused. Okay, so release your left leg to the mat. Just keep your right leg into your hand and forearm. Stretch it to the outside, so open the hip to the outside. Take a few breaths. Good, and keep that knee bent, but just stand the right hand to the side. With your left hand, you're gonna draw the knee across your body to your left for your spinal twist. Keep your shoulder blades in the mat. Your gaze can be up or looking to your right side. Take a few breaths. And release that knee, release the foot down, bring the left knee into your forearm and arm. Just pull it to the side or open the knee to the side, your left side. And come back, bring that knee to center. Release your left hand to the side. With your right hand, draw the knee to the side, to your right. Keeping the shoulder blade down. The gaze can be to your left or up. Come back to center. We're doing one more. So bring your right foot ankle to your left knee. So just pushing the knee away. Push the knee down, away from your body. And whenever you're ready, you can start picking up the foot. Bring the right hand in between your thighs, left hand mid, and pull the thigh close to you, so towards your chest. And that pointy toe, you can start circling the ankle if that feels good. Just flex the foot if that feels better. A few breaths. And feel free to stay here or grab a hole into the back of uh, your shin or your, I don't know how you call this, the leg, and just pull it closer to you so your hips will lift. So you're just pulling closer for a deeper stretch in your hip. And release that leg. Bring that foot back down. Push the knee away once more. And then we're switching. So y'all, now your left ankle is on top of your right knee. Push the knee away. And whenever you're ready, start lifting that leg off the floor, grabbing left leg in between your thighs, pull that thigh closer to you, towards your chest. And do the same with this leg if you want to point the toes and flex the foot, or circles with the ankle. And feel free to stay here. Otherwise, grab a hole into the back of the shin or the leg and try to pull it closer to your chest. So the foot is almost overhead. Oh, it is overhead. And release that leg slowly if you are with me. Lowering the feet, releasing the legs all the way down to the floor as we can for your last pose of the day for Shavasana. Um, and just feel free to close your eyes, take a few breaths, keeping your hands by your side, or if you prefer to do a different way, maybe seated. Just we're gonna be here for a few moments. Take a few breaths and relax your shoulders. Let's start adding some movement with your hands and toes. And bring your feet together. We're gonna bring the feet to your right side of the mat, bringing your hands overhead, clasp your fingers, and bring your hands also to the left side. So you just standing your arms away and pointing your toes for your left side stretch. Take two more breaths. Good, and come back to center. Bring your foot, both legs, to the left side this time, and then your hands also to the left. Clasp your hands together and just stretch your arms away, pointing the toes. One more breath, and then bring everything to center. Stand your hands away, pointing the toes as far as you can. One more breath, and then bring your knees into your chest with your exhale. And roll into your left side. Whenever you're ready, you can meet me in a seated position. Take your time so you can keep your eyes closed. Let's bring your hands up whenever you're ready with an inhale. Hands together. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming today. I hope to see you one day soon. Yes, thank you for a great class. And you're welcome. Oh, thank you. Thank you guys. And you know